Hi, my name's Dave, I'm from Bungie, and I'm here to answer questions from the IGN readers. For us, the key point is, and I think what people are picking up on is that, you're traveling from destination to destination all around. It is still something that we're working on and trying to figure out. But you've seen examples of how we believe it may work in things like the E3 demo, and so we're hoping to, whatever we decide is going to be something that's as gratifying and satisfying to people as possible. So process-wise, it's similar to how we do a lot of the art content. You have a design spec of what this weapon might be used for. So, hey, we're designing a shotgun. And then you have a concept artist that starts working on the look and feel of what that shotgun might be, gets approval from the art leads, and maybe the art director is also looking over it. Then it goes to the 3D hard surface team that we have in-house that starts to build it. More specifically than that, we've come up with a system, because the character gear set and investment is so important for us in this game. We have a system where we're building things, where we build frames, we build different pieces to that so that we can start to interchange and switch them around, so then you're not screwing up with the animations where you have to have hands in certain spots and all that. So we're building an extremely large library of scopes and pieces that will fit together, and then the investment designer starts to put some of this stuff together, and then our wonderful fictional team starts to name things like, hey, that's Red Death, hey, that's super good advice, that's Thunderlord, and all that kind of stuff. A taste of civilian life, that's interesting. Well, one of the big story pieces of our game is that there's the traveler that is sitting above the last city on Earth, and so you go to that city, and that's the social space of the game. So I guess, if you're talking about like sitting down and eating an apple, I don't think that's necessarily going to be part of the thing, but it depends on what your civilian life is like. If you are used to walking around to vendors and talking to stuff and talking to other NPCs, then yeah, sure. Well, I think we're hesitant to label it that because it's not an MMO. As soon as you do that, I think you take away the thing that we have done so well for so many years, which is first-person shooters. And first and foremost, this is a first-person shooter. If you play the gameplay, you're going to recognize that, okay, that feels like a Bungie game. That feels like the thing that I've always had. Now, yes, there are pieces to it, like the investment gear and the personal loot stream, which is going to make you, go, oh, well, that's not my typical first-person shooter, but yeah, that's what we want, right? But yeah, it's, in all the traditional ways, it's that you would just label something an MMO. Yeah, no, it's not. And we don't want to label anything because we're not labelers. Well, content-wise, if I think about it that way, so I've worked on Oni and all the Halos, and over time, I think things just keep growing and growing. It just gets crazier and crazier. The destinations are absolutely enormous, geographically speaking, physically speaking, and I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't done the actual, hey, let's grab the geometry from here and compare it with the stuff from Reach, but I wouldn't be surprised if 2 or 3 missions from Reach easily sit inside, one destination inside of Destiny, and then I just think it's just a giant living game that I think people are going to be super excited about the amount of content and all the places that they can go and explore. Probably as deep as you, the player, want to make it. Some people like to just, charge through and run and gun, but there's a lot of opportunity, we believe, for people to explore and to, I personally love games where there's a lot of mystery and you want to check out every nook and cranny, and there's a lot of nook and crannies. So yeah, I would say there's a lot of exploration. Shared world means that you're playing in your single-player cinematic story experience, and at times you're going to see other characters. You're going to see other players that come in and out of this, and we've always felt that anything that's fun to do is usually more fun to do with friends. You have the option of, sort of watching that happen, or watching someone do something or not in the public spaces and during the public events. You can still be the lone wolf, but the shared world is, in the open living world, is one that you have those opportunities to meet and explore with your friends. I'm going to give you the most scientific answer that I can give you. I'm really bad at games, and it's really hard for me. So, I think it's going to be, I think we're going to do a good job, like we always do, to challenge the people that are really good and to make it approachable for the players like me who have lost their dexterity over the years and just can't, understand all these controller things and all that. So I think it's going to be good, and I think everyone will find the challenge that suits their play style.